You know, back in the day, we had a saying, I can leave them to God. Just leave it to God, right? And if you are a survivor of something that has been traumatic, devastating, violent, I would say to you, do not let go. Hold on to hope and thank God for bringing you through it.
And to this day, I can say successfully, she's better, she's working, she has another child, but she is, out of this situation, have gone to church, turned her life around, give her life to Christ, and is functioning.
Things that they credit for their change is their involvement in the church. And I specifically mention that because I think as a people we are moving away from that system that would have created or helped with the morals and the values that we saw, that we really carry through generations. And the moving away from that has put a lot of young people in a position where they're not connected, they're not anchored into anything. They're like laws upon themselves, They don't believe in no higher power, they don't go to church, they don't think about God or anything. The church is one of the, if not the largest institution in this country. And I think that these young men that I speak about, who are so powerful in their fields, who would have been involved and engaged with people from within church, who was mentors to them, who provided financial assistance to them, who was there and gave them a second family. That is extremely critical. And I know some of these men, they're probably watching this, and I am so proud of all of these guys who would have elevated.
People used to be very respectful of the law, of the police, of the judicial system and so on. And that respect is gradually declining. People used to, parents used to send their children to church even if they didn't take them. And there's this instant gratification that people want. They see something, they don't have it, and they want it now. So all of this combines so that children, they don't have the discipline to work hard, for something that they desire, something that is necessary. So they want to get it quickly. So you have it, I don't have it, I want it, and I commit a violent act in order to get it. But there should be that basic respect of other people, of their property, of their being, and so on. So, and it starts from very, very small, from very young. And I'm wondering if we might not have lost a generation. So it might be necessary to really start, the kindergarten and the primary level again, in terms of these basic things that we have gone away from.
A lot of us take our children and just throw them onto a bus or just throw them alongside the roadside. But we got to first remember that they're in ours, they're God-owned until God ready for them. So let us try, nurture and mold these children. And if we can do that, things can work out.
For me personally, it all started because of a lack of knowledge about my father. That's how the book came in, because I came up without a father figure in my home, and my mother, she was there for us, 6 of us. And sometimes I tell people that my mother had 6, but my father had 66, which is exaggerated, but father had a lot of children. And that also helped me in that at my father's funeral, I was introduced to siblings who we met for the first time. And that helped me too to become a Seventh-day Adventist, because one of these siblings, Angela Blackman, she introduced me to church, she invited me to church. That was 1987, and that is where I have been since then, because I was searching and searching and searching, and the Seventh-day Adventist Church helped me with a lot of the answers, to my questions. I've also done many parenthood programs throughout Barbados, where the church and the school have combined with the PTA, and that has seen a lot of success as well. So it's like every Sunday for about 6 weeks, or Wednesday for 6 weeks, 2 hours a session. The parents from the community would come in and we'd provide all the materials, refreshments, care for the younger children, and we'd take them through various subjects: personality, love, discipline, sex, drugs, and so on. And it is over 6 weeks because we can see results. If you have everything combined in a very short time, you might not be able to see the improvement. But over a 6-week period, you can see and hear the excitement of the parents coming back week after week, saying, okay, I've tried this and this is working, and their reports help other parents and help to encourage us as well. There needs to be someone or some group of persons, starting it and having that ripple effect. For example, the church can start it and get involved with the school and the PTA, and the PTA can be involved with the home, because the home, school, church, wider community, because as they say, it takes a village to raise a child. So we all need to be doing this together, but there needs to be a major active force starting it and continuing, and others following through. And if we, I don't want to say if, but when we want to be positive, when we do that, there will be less expenditure in terms of manpower and money and so on, in terms of the police force and the judiciary, because we'll all have a better system. And I believe that we have more in Barbados. We can do it, more money coming in and so on, but in Barbados we have more of the resources, a lot of resources, that when we pull them together, we can see the satisfactory outcomes. And older persons, middle age and old age, when we give back to the society, because we have all benefit from society in some way or another, and we need to not be selfish, but give back. Give back to the school, give back to the community, give back to some child that, in terms of a scholarship or some mentorship program. So we as an entire body need to think collectively and not point fingers at one set of people and so on, but try to think about, what can I do? How can I help? And if each person does that, think that way, we would have a better society.